Glad to have you join us now. It's News Now. I am Franco Malape. The Independent National Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to address the negative role of money in the electioneering process. The chairman of the commission, Mahmoud Yakubu, stated this in Abuja on Monday at a stakeholders summit aimed at addressing the influence of money on the 2023 general election. In his welcome address, Yakubu lamented the activities of money banks, whom he said were desperate to compromise the will of the people at every election cycle, adding that, however, that in collaboration with security agencies, the Commission would do everything possible to ensure that money would not be used to subvert the will of the people in the general election. He reminded political merchants that elections were not business ventures aimed at making profits, but civilized means of selecting leaders at the various tiers of government. While Yakubu disclosed the readiness of the Commission to sign a memorandum of understanding with transport owners stakeholders on Monday for the supply of vehicles during the elections. On his part, the chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, and the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Party, Sani Yabagid, called on Nigerians to rally round only candidates capable of repositioning the country rather than politicians desirous of buying their way to power. All the way from there now, the Supreme Court has affirmed the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which declared the registration of the Youth Party by the Independent National Electoral Commission as illegal, null and void. The Apex Court, in unanimous judgment, dismissed the appeal filed by Inec and held that Youth Party is a registered political party eligible to participate in the 2023 elections. The justices of the Supreme Court, led by Justice Wani Musa Abba Aji, declared that the purported registration of the party, which was upheld by Justice Ian Ekwo of the Federal High Court and the Court of Appeal, was illegal, null and void. The party have, through its lawyers, Chief Bolaji Ayonide, leading Chukudi Adiku and the Wale Irokoso, urged the Apex Court to dismiss the appeal and uphold the judgment of the lower court. And now, still on court matter, Justice Ijoma Ojukwu of the Abuja Division of the Federal High Court on Monday found former President Goodluck Jonathan's senior special advisor, DOYIN, OKUPE, guilty of receiving over 200 million cash from former National Security Advisor Sambo Dasuki. Justice Ojukwu, in the judgment delivered, held that the action of OKUPE, who is the first defendant in the suit filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, violated the Money Laundering Act, while stating that the Act provides that no individual or organization shall receive any sum above 5 million and 10 million respectively without passing through a financial institution. The judgment held that there is no evidence that the money passed through a financial institution. And now, no fewer than 37 people have been reportedly killed by bandits during fresh attacks in the Kaura local government area of Kaduna State. The attacks took place separately on Sunday night at Malagun 1 and Sogwan community of Kangoro Chiefdom in the Kaura local government area of the state. Although the police authority has yet to confirm the incident, the Speaker of Kaura Local Government Legislative Council, Chairman of Kaura Local Government Area, Honorable Atuk Sivin, said the bandits carried out the coordinated attacks at about 11 p.m. on Sunday, where they killed 37 people. He also said that the bandits burnt down over 100 houses and destroyed many vehicles and motorcycles during the attack. According to him, all houses in the Sogwan community were completely razed down by the bandits, while the entire area has been deserted. And now, in another attack, several terrorists and some Nigerian army personnel had been killed following an ambush by armed terrorists in ZAMFARA state. The incident occurred on Sunday when the land troops were responding to distress calls from locals following a terrorist attack on Malele community within Motumbi or Motunji district of Maru local government area. Sources from the military who spoke under anonymity on Monday said the troops fought gallantly to repel the ambush. gun duel, which they say led to death of several terrorists and some men of the Nigerian army. 3 gun trucks belonging to the troops were also set ablaze by the terrorists. Residents say bandits from different camps in ZAMFARA, Katsina, Niger and Kaduna State converged to attack Malele, Ruwan, Tofa, Zaman, Lafia and other neighboring communities under Danzadao Emirate because the communities refused to dialogue with the bandits. As of the time of filing the report, the authorities were yet to make a formal statement regarding the attack. And away from there now, Christmas and New Year celebration come closer. The Ogun State Command of AMOTEKUN Corps said it has put in place measures that will ensure hitch-free celebration. According to the commander of AMOTEKUN Corps in Ogun State, David Akinremi, a total of 400 operatives, 20 vehicles and 40 motorcycles will be deployed for patrol during Yuletide celebrations. He said there will be robust intelligence gathering as operatives of the Corps are working with its sources for actionable intelligence to checkmate potential threats in every part of the state. He added that the Corps is also embarking on high-visibility vehicular and motorcycle patrols of all the nooks and crannies of the state to deter will-be criminal elements. He called on all indigents and residents of the state to be conscious of their immediate environment, report suspicious persons to security agencies, and avoid undue exposure of valuables. And on the African scene, South Africa's ruling ANC party on Monday re-elected President Cyril Ramaphosa as its leader for his second 5-year term, despite a brewing scandal over a huge cash theft at his firm. Ramaphosa garnered about 2,476 votes for the post of party president against 1,897 for former health minister Mweli Mkhize. The African National Congress elections chief Nkalema Motlanthe announced. Ramaphosa's comfortable victory opens the way for him to his second term as South African president if the ANC wins the next general elections due in 2024. Under the Constitution, the head of state is chosen by Parliament. More than 4,300 delegates gathered at the conference near Johannesburg cast their ballots on Sunday to appoint top officials, including party president, deputy president, chair, and secretary general. And over at least 2 Burkina soldiers and 6 civilians were killed Saturday in 2 separate attacks in northern and eastern Burkina Faso. AFP learned Monday from security and local sources. The first attack took place near Boron in the northern province of Nametenga, where a team of defense and security forces on a mission hit an improvised explosive device, a security source told AFP. The second attack, also on Saturday, occurred in the village of Kogode on the Tendogo-Bitao road in the east-central part of the country near Ghana. Another security source said 6 civilians were killed by the assailant, who also robbed the bus passengers. Since 2015, Burkina Faso has been regularly plagued by jihadist attacks that have killed thousands and forced some 2 million people to flee their homes. These attacks by groups linked to the Islamic State and Al-Qaeda targeting military and civilians have increased in recent months, mainly in the north and east of the country.